Oh, Chad. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to test some things. Give me 1 second. We'll start in a few minutes. But it does sound good. My microphone sounds pretty good. Hope everybody had a good day. I know the Bears did when we reached that last all-time high. I don't think that's the last of the last. I mean, we have all kinds of earnings: Meta, Apple, all the big guys, Amazon. Then we have FOMC, and then we have non-farm payroll. So, I mean, this is some bearish stuff. I guess it's not really bearish if you look at the little green line that we drew. It's not really bearish. That'll get hit, by the way. Maybe wick down, then straight back up. It's the little line we drew yesterday, straight across to there. And all we're doing right now is just mapping things out. We're not, that's the all-time high of all-time high. No, no, we're not. Let's see. That's NQ. That's why it didn't work over here, because this is M and Q. We're just mapping it out. We'll go over all that stuff in a little bit. I am capturing that whole move for the opening today, and that is our new week opening gap. So you just move that a little bit further, and we're still inside that, and that's why we have so much support right here, and more specifically right here, and perhaps a little bit further down. Remember when we did this line, and I said it's not the correct Fibonacci fan, but we're going to use it anyway, just as a support line. That's your daily trending line. That doesn't mean you should try shorting it yet. Just saying. That's a thing right there. It's a real thing.
and US tsunami warning system says hazardous tsunami waves from the magnitude 8 earthquake are possible within next 3 hours along some coasts of Russia and Japan. Shell-led LNG Canada faces technical problems with startup of Kitimat plant in British Columbia, according to sources. And LNG can increase exports as the plant
No, I don't really own that much of OPEN, but I'm not really scared of it either. I like the way the fund manager he had to. I think the reason why the fund manager had to come back and say this isn't a meme stock, blah blah blah, is because as soon as you say that kind of stuff, the SEC gives you a call and says, "Let me check this, that, and the third." Did break right there though, didn't it? Went in here and then test right there. I have far more riskier stocks than this. Did break that daily trend, so just give it some time if you're going to re-enter or add to. No rush. Not for me anyway. I have, like I said, much. Put it this way: I would not say it on stream. A, I'm not paid for it. B, I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I'm not going to get hurt, but the charts suck anyway. So I wouldn't. Honestly, the charts suck. So that's another reason why I'm not going to say it. But I know the companies, so I'm going to hold. There, hit right there too, didn't it? Yeah, he retraced his remarks real fast. And he still believes it goes up, I imagine, but you don't want a whole bunch of momentum up here and then get stopped, like they did with meme meme stocks and stuff where they um they suspend it or halt it for a little bit. You don't want that kind of heat. Plus, it gives you a really bad rep if you just go along with that. But maybe he won't say it's an $82 stock anymore, even though he could believe that. He could walk around and believe that. Just shouldn't say that. So it shows a little bit of integrity and a little bit of honesty. What am I looking at here on the 30-minute with YM? Jesus. There goes, I thought we had marked that off. Yeah, you might think it looks bearish, but all they need is some really good news, and you're at all-time high again. So if I were to be short, it wouldn't be for too long, honestly. Wanted to take that risk, but we still have time. We're not even at the top of the hour. I just started early. Took the kids swimming and stuff. Went and got pizza and all kinds of cool stuff. What is this? Really? You're gonna pretend that you're bottoming me? I don't know, Euro USD. I like you. I do. I'm glad we cut our losses on that and took that NQ trade then. Or I did. Not financial advice. Don't copy trade me. It's more important instead of copying trading somebody to ask why. Why are they making that move? Or are they not making that move? What is it? Even ICT says look back and see. Don't ask me. Just look back and see. I don't have a Series 6, 9, or whatever. 6. This is a Series 3. Can't remember. It's been a while since I messed with stock certificates. The stockbrokers.
Prognosing in 5 minutes' time, looking out for the Monetary Authority of Singapore. So there are mixed views on whether the continue to loosen its FX. So a recent voice now 12 economists surveyed are calling for the MAS to ease its FX-based policy again today. An equal number of economists anticipate the central bank to refrain from any changes after having loosened its policy in the last two consecutive meetings. As a reminder, MAS utilizes exchange rate as its main policy tool, in which it could tweak the policy through either the midpoint, slope, or width of the currency band. While it had decided at the previous meetings in both January and April to maintain the width and level where the Singapore dollar nominal effective exchange rate policy band is centered, but it reduced the slope of which the band is, with reducing the slope of that band a form of easing as it does lessen the potential appreciation of the currency. While the language from that last meeting was dovish leaning, as central bank noted, imported and domestic cost pressures will remain low, and that risks to inflation are tilted to the downside, and MAS core inflation is likely to stay well below 2%. And that language does suggest there is scope for further, although recent data releases including industrial production, non-oil exports, and GDP from Singapore, with the latter also showing Singapore's economy averted a recession, does suggest less urgency for policy loosening. So again, split views on the MAS, Monetary Authority of Singapore, regarding the FX-based policy, and that's due out at the top of the hour.
Nah, almost at the top of the hour. It looks like it wants to. Before we make any rash decisions here. This is gold in the middle, by the way, that I'm playing with. And I am not a gold trader. If I am, it'd be the ETF GLD. Wow. We could be coming to a seasonal top, but not a yearly. And it would just pick back up. So would that place us down here? Well, that really depends on the data, and I'm not a data trader. But you do have some really big news coming out.
Australia and Japan's battle set to round over on online feed. Let's go through some of the stories out in resources. Commonwealth gold operations. Gold production was 19.2 thousand ounces versus previous 17.3 thousand ounces year on year. Central Petroleum will commence an on-market share buyback program, in which it plans to purchase up to 10% of its issued capital over a 12-month period from 15th of September. IGO Limited's spodumene production was flat quarter on quarter at 200. Nickel production was 5.5 thousand tons. Mineral Resources Q4 earnings production 8.9 million wet metric tons versus previous 6 million wet metric tons quarter on quarter. With Pilbara Minerals Q4 output was down 12% sequentially on quarter at 204,000 tons. St. Barbara Q4 gold production 5.0 was higher grades of lithium hydroxide and manganese. Mineral Holdings Q1 net sales 7.9% year-on-year to 1.29 billion. Earnings also fell 20 Q4 2020 Select Industrial Goods was up 6.5% year-on-year to 570k. Q4 also saw AC dealership units sold 100,000 units despite lower production. And shipping export was negative 0.7% figure.
Should be some volume in a second, not much. Some price action. We'll cut off on these feed. I know y'all can barely hear them. See something on this gold. What do we hit the 50? We're over the 50. We're actually at the 61, aren't we? Right here. Where are we at on that 61? 61's right here. Doesn't have to go that far up. Let's change the color scheme on that. Not really into gold. I might have to watch out gold traders. I'm not gonna do it. Let's see. It's out there on the 30-minute. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Goes 8 o'clock. Glad everybody's here. Just starting. Let's go over some charts. Talk about how GDP is going to be tomorrow. FOMC. We got non-farm payroll this week, and then we got a whole bunch of other stuff. Amazon, Apple, everybody basically. Meta. Let's see. Let's see that reaction off that 10 o'clock. I told you there's going to be a little bit of 8 o'clock. Be a little bit of reaction off of that. We're going to split. Let me get down to 5. This does not necessarily have to go down for this to go up, by the way. I saw somebody in chat. Chat was like, doesn't one have to do one? No, 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 no. That's not how that works. Because you have different economies that go, into the spot gold and they're buying it up. Last year, we had China buying a whole bunch of gold, and our market in the U.S. was going up. So it doesn't always correlate. Um, Not always. But I am liking the gold. Let's see. As long as it maintains this, it could come back down here if it wanted to. That's Nasdaq over there. Spazzy Nazi. Over there. It's got to go over there too. But you got this right here. So we want to see it climb that wick of worry right there if we could. Let's see. Looking how this starts out. Still can go a few more. Does the time align? See how I poked the setup? Created that relative. I wanted to see it go over it just for a second, then retrace a little bit, and I consider gold. I don't know the way price is going. I wouldn't trade it in your demo account, much less my real money. I don't know. Let's see. Alright. We do have this. As soon as it goes over there, it should pop some more. So we got time. We're waiting on that or a breakdown. It's right there on that line. That's on that line. I thought I was using the Fibonacci on that. That's daily, by the way. We got to go back down to the 15. Yeah. See how we're still in that equal, uh, the weekly opening gap. Still a little lower from yesterday's open. And right here, we are above our open. And they might try to make another run for it down here. For any real news, I want to see this right here get broke on gold. Let's see CL real quick. Oh, dips do get bought. All right, so now we're at 69.70. We did that at what was it, 60? Where did we mark that at? And I said it looked good on the last stream. I was like, oh, don't be degenerates here. Okay, so we did that. Did this. That's the other day. That's not this week. Not this week at all. Maybe it was M. Maybe it was the micro and not the mini that we were looking at. Oh. And I do expect a lot of consolidation, just unreal and untrustworthy price swings because of the data that's coming. See, that could form a power of three. You already broke that right there in here. Could come all the way down to Wednesday. Well, yeah, it would be Wednesday. Wednesday is probably settlement right here. You would zoom in a little bit. Could come into that and just bounce off of it. By the time you get short down here, it's too late and you're already back up here. That's why I don't trust it. Because what if the data's good? They could just wick it. If you do it, you got bigger balls than me, and I am okay with that. I don't have to take every trade. Like I like this right here. I reached over. See that that little pop right there. I like that. It's kind of like last night, isn't it? But how far up? Right here and right here. And it could fell right there. Could fell right there. So if I was short, I'd be waiting for it to go up here. Why would I short down here? It's like a slingshot. I won't use a slingshot. Hit 400 almost. Yeah. It didn't do the 98 thing. Remember when I said about that 98? It's the weirdest place, but that's where the algos are like, no, 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 no. Market makers are like, just a little bit lower. They hit it and then they bounce. It's right here. Is that the double bottom you want? No, couldn't be. Couldn't be. Y'all are all bears here, right? Bared up. Bared up from the floor up. Because actually that'd be closer to a power three than it would be like a triple top, because a triple top would be like one, two down. You're done. And it would go up so fast. It would go up a lot faster than that. Do you remember when we had Liberation Day and that double top went straight up for like 300 points, and then it was all of a sudden just down, 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 down. You didn't have a chance to get in. You would not have had a chance to get out. I mean, you could have shorted it when it was up there, but you still would have been under a lot of pain. And that's banks. They are the first ones out. They'll come back. They obviously have come back so far. So it's not terrible. But that's not what you think it is. That is a trap, darn it. That's just going by the power. That's what the whatchamacallit. What do you call it? Pattern boys would say. It's a trap. I don't know why I did that one. Y'all don't even know about AW. Bloomberg Commodities. I'm trying to look at Bitcoin. Ah. No, I'm not Bitcoin die. I'm not that kind of guy. I am, however, talking about that freaking gap that we marked in green last week. Imagine trying to chase that gap and you're still stuck short in a consolidation pattern because it just made an all-time high. It's a consolidation pattern. It's not a pullback. It's not a bull flag. It's just consolidation. It's just, you can make money trading that because it's not the daily, but you have to be, I could do it, but you have to be like freaking focused. And you have to be like, okay, here it is. Okay, if it does this and that. No, 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 no. It's not worth my time. I learned how to trade that, but it's not worth my time sharing or doing, actually. Neither nor. The New Zealand dollar. Like I said, here's the margin requirements for some of that stuff. It's not all that expensive. See, Euro USD, that's all me, but that's $411. But you got the GBP USD, which kind of follows that. but it's like 266 bucks. And you can look at these margin. What is this? No, we're not doing corn. Do you know how long it takes for corn to? It takes a while for corn to pop and wheat to pop. You're in deflationary, so that's it. Honestly, can go either way at 8:30 because you got this stuff right here, and then you got this stuff right there. And I'm just not too confident in saying I want to trade. And I'm not just going to hear the bells go off just because I press a button like somebody at a slot machine. I'm not going to just hit a button just to hear the freaking music. That's crazy. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's called insanity. I was watching somebody play slots today, and I'm going, all you really like is the music. They weren't trading. They were playing slots. They were looking right at the camera, and I'm going, you're looking at the camera because you know that shit's fake. Why did they know it was fake? They knew it was fake. There we go. Continuation of this. That'd be nice. We marked all that for the daily. But how far would you take it? Why? Why would we get in? Tell me something good. No, it's not going to be karaoke night. Data drivers tomorrow morning, guys. Lots and lots of data drivers. It's like a slingshot pulling back. That was bearish, by the way. That's now I talk about bull. I did this like during the day. I was like, yeah, no, no, no. Support's getting bought, man. No, it's not. No, 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 no. That's being accumulated for more shorts, and boom. But the fact that they picked it up right here and just said, okay, I mean, they're not really that interested after what was that settlements over here. I don't know. I think we could go a little higher, guys. Might buy me a micro. What do you think? Not investment advice. Don't follow me into this trade. I'll be mad. I'll be like, what are you doing? Stop it. Don't do it. Let's see, get on there. I want to see another test down here before I even think about it. I'm cherry picking here because there is something up here, by the way. I forgot to mention that. It's way up here. It's like 100 points. There's no way I could do it tonight, right? No, no way. No way. Not tonight. Not before GDP, right? There's no way. It's like 100 points. Let's just watch and see, okay? I mean, y'all didn't hear me do that. Let's watch and see. Still got time. I got time on my side. Yes, I do. I got time on my side. Yes, I do. Okay. Look, I'm a Christian man. I should not be singing that song, but that's a good song. Not gonna lie. Wait for a retest here. I should probably cut off the sound for this. No, I'm not gonna cut off the sound of this. It's this gap right here that I was looking at. And that could be anytime this week, and it doesn't have to hit a top. Doesn't have to do it now. Let's see. There are some things coming out of Japan right now, our proxy. Nothing major. I don't want to edit that. I want to edit my box here. Got time on my side. Yes, I do. Right here. Come on down. I want to see how much meat there is on this actually, because the 15 still looks good. It's not actually rolling over. If it started rolling over on the 15, then I'd be like, okay, I'll take my micro somewhere else. Not doing minis. As long as that holds before 8:30. I should have waited for 8:30. Where we're going to find the support. Let's see. Where we're going to find the support. It's like I said, there's another place they could be looking for the support. That's not really a draw on liquidity. That could have been premature. It's all good. I did like that though. Right there. I just poked its head over everything else, didn't it? And that could be for later. That could be for 10. Right there. Nice little V right there though. And that could be tested in a heartbeat with GDP and all the other stuff coming out tomorrow. Just pulling up to bring it up again. And if it goes up too high, then we know to short it again, right? We're not at a relative equal high, so we can't really. I'm not ready to short unless it goes a lot higher than what it is. So, and it can. People could disagree with me too. I'm okay with that. Still gonna do probably a raffle on the Kick and Rumble. Liking the way Rumble streams compared to. I got a whole bunch of DMs too. Everybody's like, "Hey man, pay me and I'll fix your site." I get it. I might actually hire somebody to do that. I'd appreciate that. But I'm not ready to do this for a living. I trade for a living, so it's a patience game. Plus, I do a whole bunch of other stuff for a living, but not just trading and investing. I take care of elderly people in my family. And even on my wife's side, even though she passed away, I still take care of people on her side too. It's like I got this land to mow, but then I see a 70-year-old trying to ride his tractor out there, and it's like, you know what? Let me help you real quick, bud. They love talking about my late wife's childhood. She used to, and then comparing it to my children. That's so cool. It's like really, and then my children are always asking questions. What about our such and such? What about our such and such? And it's like, oh, it's fun. But am I gonna, you know, I don't know. Am I gonna do this stuff all night, every night? Yeah, I could do that. I mean, for now, if somebody wanted to partner up, they would tell me. I haven't got any PMs about that, but I have gotten DMs about, hey man, fix my site type of stuff. See that 15 right there? I'm not worried unless it goes down there. That was nice though, right there. That catch and that rejection and then up and then hit. That's like, to me, that's a no, don't short yet kind of sign. You know what I mean? And that's like you could wait on that, bud. It only took him 15 minutes. About 20 minutes, we'll see if that was actually the right trade. What? 15 minutes or 10 minutes? Because currently it's 8:20 and we go by time. Okay, time is priceless. But you got into this early, didn't you? Yeah, it was with a micro, and I'm not worried about it. I mean, I did 2 trades yesterday. I'm still up. It's like they don't tell you what your percentage is on like E Trade. They just tell you what your gains are and how well you did. Like not as in depth as say a Top Step, and that goes the same with I guess the same with Thinkorswim, and I like that it gives you that opportunity to look with those prop firms, certain ones where you can go in and say with Tradeovate you can go in and say, okay, well I did this, that, and the third. I like that. It's like, okay, what do I need to prove on? Now Top Step will even tell you you're a better trader at this time. Actually, I know how to trade every single kill zone. Now, am I the best at them? No. Why? Because I get impatient. Oh, so here's the telltale up here. If we could break that again. That's not a relative equal high when you look at it on the 5, though, is it? I'm just talking to myself. And I knew better. I even said wait for the pullback right when y'all heard that, right? Yeah, it's not worth that. It's not worth the blood pressure. Blood pressure. Let's see, it broke that right there. See that little candle? See that wick that did all that damage? Yeah, right there. Went above. We didn't quite go above this right here. That is not a resistance level, by the way. Just like this isn't a real support level, that's not a real resistance level. So when you hear a support and resistor trader talk about support and resistance, just I hope they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? We'll know in about 8 minutes. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I'm probably not wrong about the price. I'm just wrong about the entrance. That makes sense. That's where a lot of traders get confused. I think a lot more traders would be better at this, and we'd have a lot more people. People just waited, patient, because their bias might be right, but their timing might be off. See what I'm saying? They're waiting on the wrong cues. Oh yeah, I forgot. Y'all like some of y'all are. Don't pick on my VWAP. Yeah, we'll put your VWAP up here though. I don't do VWAP, but I know a lot of people do, and I explained how to get the VWAP bubble because it's just a number you're looking at. Because y'all will try to measure it away from the line and do all kinds of tricks to it. And it's good that y'all know it. I know it a little bit too. That's why I post it. But I don't really go by that indicator because I know what other indicators can resolve and create other indicators. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But there goes the VWAP bubble. Apply. Well, we're going to apply something else too, aren't we? I went over the parabolic SARs last week. I'll do it again. It's just another indicator, but this is the one that he's the same guy who came up with the RSI. Wilder. I know a lot about that guy. I researched him and everything else about him. It's not a Larry Williams kind of buy the dip guy, but Larry Williams also made a ton of money. All right, let's see. We're about to go into that 50. Break it down a little bit. Might get stopped out. Nah, probably not. Because you're not going to leave that gap up there for too long, are you? Plus that high right there, smooth. Still got 5 minutes to prove yourself. Let's see. Somebody just texted me. Who just texted me? Oh, oh gosh. That's terrible. Good. Alright, we're going to get off that. Alright. Let's see. We're going to break below that. Are we going to break below that? We haven't broke below that, though. Then we got that. Plus that. And it might climb down that wick. Yeah, maybe I should have been a little bit more patient, huh? Let's see. Yeah, I probably should have been more patient. Am I going to average in? No. Only average into winning positions, not losing positions. I mean, it doesn't look so horrifying on a bigger scale chart. I'm sorry. Not 8:30 yet, is it? It's not 8:30. My thesis is Jerome's not going to do terrible tomorrow. He'll do just basically what Wall Street has projected already. So the hours still don't look bad, does it? I don't know, man. I don't know. But when you live in the 5 minute, we don't live in the 5 minute. We look at higher time frames. We execute on the 1 minute and below, but we don't live there. So I guess the Bears retail anyway would have their what stops right here. Didn't we discuss when Bears have their stops right there? It only takes a contract. That's how high it should go, and that could be with the GDP, PCI, and all the other stuff tomorrow. That could go there tomorrow. It doesn't matter. Doesn't need to hit it tonight. We don't need to make an all-time high tonight. But that little wick, that guy, that tells me there's buyers right there, doesn't it? I'm not a perma bull, by the way. I'm just not short here. Somebody said, "How are you shorting?" It was a few months ago. How are you shorting and you have a bull in your profile? It's like that's not the point. All right, so it's 8:30. This will be the tell whether it makes it or I just get out. One of the two. This is their open. Japan's open. Right now they're running through a whole bunch of data. So, and that was actually China's data. I mean, not China's data, but some small country in the South Pacific's data. We just decided to rally off of it. I don't know, man. I want expansion up, but I don't know if I get it. We'll see if I get it. But know my risk management. I'm not going all in, right? I know where it should go, but I know it doesn't have to get there now. I know it's going to go like around in a circle down here, up there to get to there. There's other parts here too that I could just stop and say, okay, we're going to rest and consolidate. There's a whole bunch of other places. Let's see if this is fake. It's got to go above there. That's all it is. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Don't forget to sign up, follow, like, subscribe. Support my degeneracy, please. Somewhere down the line, just support it. Let's see. I have a few people that watch. And the reason why I started later was I noticed that people were coming around 12 o'clock from other countries to watch. And I'm going, oh, I need to stick around a little bit longer. So I'm going to start a little bit later. Because I don't want to leave anybody out. You know what I mean? It's just the wrong thing to do. So, come on. You know you want to go. Fly like an eagle. I can't. I suck at karaoke. But that is actually a good song. See this guy get through all that mess. And that is the equivalent right there of a bull trap compared to right here, which is a bear trap. If it goes like this, but it goes down a little bit more smoothly like this. It's market manipulation by the algos and market makers. They know what they're doing. So I jet it up because people are like, what? They're buying for the right here. They're buying for the next day, weren't they? Come in the last minute. Still not a. Oh man, let's see. I had bought too prematurely, didn't I? Oh man. Ah, there we go. Had to move something around. But yeah, I went swimming today with kids and all that good stuff. It's fun. Had fun today. I was thinking about posting pictures on social media, and I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do all that. Let's go to ES real quick on the 15 because there was a lot of spies. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that's in the spy that reported. Tech gets their turn tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Yeah, the earnings were pretty good. See, that's failed to go over that one, though. You see that go over that. Once it goes over that, you'll get the FOMO gang. You'll be like, wee, and then it'll be, depending on what GDP and everything else is. Raleigh entered Jerome, and then Saul entered Jerome. He's not going to go crazy, by the way. He's not. He's just not. Here, USD. My temptress. Break that, and we'll talk. Because if it goes up here, that's actually, and doesn't do what I want it to do. Yeah, it's perfect right there, actually. Actually. And this does move on Fed stuff, too. So I hate those pain trades. Feel the burn, but not for me. For you, bears. All right. So, yeah, that's for that. That's your USD. Oh, man. And Natty Gas, Natty Gas. Yeah, we discussed that, and I said it wasn't going to go back in there. I said, nah, it's not going to go back in there right away. Eventually it will, but not right away. And this thing's moved from what 298 to 315. That's relatively weak contract volume because they're not going to let it get out of hand. They sometimes slip up and do like they did oil, and oil's low that one time a few years back. But things have changed since the Hunt brothers were like, let's corner the market on nickel. Okay, let's corner the market on nickel, and that's probably how they sounded too. Let's corner it real quick. All right, let's lock the float. Y'all boys don't know about locking the float. You remind me of that with the meme stocks where everybody gets it and says, diamond hands, because if you lock the float. Well, if there's no dilution, when you lock the float, it forces it up, doesn't it? Yep. Talk about stocks, not futures. Can't do that. Well, you can do that with futures, but I digress. That would be relatively hard with contracts like these. You would need to get so many people to do it. You'd be like 2000, what do you call it? 2000, the 2000.com bubble, where like IBM was going for $100,000 very, very briefly or something. Oh, look, I'm back at broke even. So let's see. But we don't want just break even. We didn't punk out even though we were a little short. We wanted to break above that, and I'll be convinced we go a little bit higher once we get above this actually, but we'll see. We're above that right now on the 5. I told you there's nothing really bearish. I don't want that to be a draw of liquidity. I want that to come back and walk it. You know? And we'll go up. We'll go up. Alright. Don't take these beautiful things that I got. Don't stick around there. Go back up. Come on. That'll be just a wick. Uh, let's see. So I told you that 15 didn't look bad. 5 doesn't look bad either. We'll see. It might take some time to crawl that wick right there. I don't think that's a. If it was a draw liquidity, it'd been real, real fast. It's kind of melandering, like it's waiting on what news? What news could it be waiting on? GDP, PCI, Apple, Amazon. Normally, when it does that and comes straight down, it'd be like this. Then you had that, and then it would be like down. But it knows it's making higher lows, right? That's all minute. Just stay out the minute. That's for executions. What happened was you went above that wick, right? Tap that ask. And it still knows it has to be right here. It knows it has to go above this to be real bullish. And they kind of cap that in at what time? 2 o'clock. Not above here until it's time. Or it's night. Nobody's up. We'll see in a few. Don't take. I'd prefer to see a body above it, like a body though. Still got, what is it, 20 till 9? There should be that expansion at 10, so It's actually opportunity on both sides. We'll see. Do, 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 do. Just there to there. It's 10 handles. Still need some wick below that just a little bit, to be honest with you. And yes, I'm long and I'm saying that. Do, 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 do. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. So many people I got in my thing. Let's see, that just says I'm alive. Okay, so we don't have half as many people as last night. Cool. So that means I can cuss, right? I can cuss. I think that means I can cuss in the stream. Okay, that did go below that 5 there. 15 still holding up. Let's see. People are like, I'm tired of up, man. All I know is up. Well, what do you think pension plans do? Pension plans don't just sell, sell, sell. Yeah, it might be a little harder to go up there than I thought, huh? Plenty of time. The shorts are right above that 500, aren't they? Like 501. I wouldn't short GDP though. To be really honest with you, I'd wait till after the news and see what kind of reaction you get. That could be, pop up there real quick and just go down. You know what I mean? Nobody really had time to get out right here. People were sellers right there. They didn't have really time to short it. They waited right here. This wick right here's got a lot of shorts in it. That right there. That was their confirmation. They got in right there. That doesn't mean they're still short. Profit is profit. You got longs too. People that were in and stayed in right here. We're getting out right there. I told you that was like a measured move too. I want to see that reverse and go up, but I might have to get that. I'm going to move that over. Actually, that would be the resistance right there. If I was short, my stop would be right at 23,505. I'd try to get short over 500, though. I wouldn't get short down here. And I'm not saying that because I'm long. I'm saying that's because that's what I do. Don't take these beautiful things that I got. Gold looked good. That's probably too. There's no correlation, but that does get people to short, honestly. It says that Euro USD. It's a mental thing. Let's see. It acts like it wants to go back over that 500 though. See how it keeps on rejecting the low? Like every time we hit, nope, I don't want to be that far down. Nope, I don't want to be that far down. Gross domestic product. And then PCI. Then FOMC. And the sentiment they're in. You can tell sentiment. It's not always, hey, I know something. I want to get in before everybody else. I know what color Jerome Powell's tie is going to be. No, it's not always that. I mean, if it is a purple tie, it does kind of freak me out to this day because a few years back he wore a purple tie. But he's really switched it up. He'll wear the purple tie, and he hasn't been hawkish. He's been a dovish fed. He's been a kumbaya kind of guy. But we'll see. Or at least something that would come up here, but it hasn't even crawled to wick. It's just kind of like testing it, like, haha. So yeah, I'm not gonna play with these people trying to get people to cover. It really hasn't moved. Let's see. So I guess that was an impulse reaction on my part when I did that, huh? Eh. Last night was a little less impulse, though. There's actually a why to it. You don't ask yourself why afterwards. You ask yourself why before. And 10:30, they could sell it down. They could bring it up now and sell it down during China, but I doubt it. They've been doing it after London, like right after London's open, right around there. They'll make their new high and say, okay, that's it. But they also know all the stuff that's coming out this week, so we shall see. Yeah, the tsunami warning. Yeah, it's an 8.7 magnitude. That's pretty freaking big. But hopefully that's nothing, Burger. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Uh, let's see. We shall see. No, I'm still in that stock. Yes, I'm down. No, I didn't cut losses yet. Actually, when he said it wasn't a popping, when he said OPEN wasn't a popping up, a lot of the momentum players got out, and that's fine. But I'm glad he said that too. So I'm good. That just means when somebody says that, that does actually mean that it does go a little bit lower, but not a lot lower. It shouldn't go a lot lower anyway. Hmm. Do, 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 do. Do, do. This is where they're using the short right here. That wick. That's what they're starting off of. So technically, that would be where they cover 92, 93, and then that 300 right here where it touched that. Yeah, see, right there is where I was telling you. And you can have temporary reversals in bear markets, but this is a bull market, so we'll get a little bit more intel on that tomorrow, actually. Okay, okay, Panikins, get over this, and then this is where you're at. They're gonna be right here. That doesn't mean it doesn't retrace. It just means that they need to knock those guys out to get liquidity because they have been greedy. Greedy, greedy, greedy people. So if they know there's money up there, where are they going to go? Up there. Okay. Crawl that wick though. God, even though that's a 1 minute, I like the way it popped over that stuff right there. I want to see continuation. Because there is a place way, way up there, but I don't think they'll allow it up there before London or before GDP. But it's way, way up there. But it will bounce up there, take people's stops. That's what I'm thinking will happen. The stop hunters. Kind of like the bounty hunters, you know? We are the stop hunters, and we know your stops are at 501 on NASDAQ. And we're going to pop you a little bit further than that. Maybe not here. Definitely not 600. I don't think. I mean, it could be here. Here. It's like 100 points away, right? We'll leave those gaps for later. Yeah, it's been so hot. When we went to the beach, man, that was crazy. The water was so warm. My kids loved it though. I had to take them to the beach before school starts. They're homeschooled too. Where we live, it takes an hour for the bus to get the bus to take you to school and come back. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I do love the peacefulness of the country though. Ain't nobody out here bothering me. Let's see. Yeah, 1 minute I have a whole bunch. Oh, you know why? Yeah. Hold on. I know. All right. Let's go zoom in here. Zoom in here. Yeah, if Top Step has that actual thing, I probably will join them. I don't know. We'll see. Oh man. And then we wait. Got that top of the hour flow coming in too. Let's see what that does. It's not necessarily doesn't necessarily have to go way up there right now, but when it does, it should be quicker than that. Because all it's going to do is just hunt stops. That's why I say must. If I was short, I'd be right there, right inside here. With a stop right here, actually. 511. And you know what they'll do is if they won't lower, they'll run it all the way up to this, hit that bottom of the wick right there, because that gap right there, and then they'll take it down. That's just me. If I was a market maker, think like a market maker. Don't think like your retail, okay? Let's all pretend you're not retail, okay? Just be quiet, be cool, be cool. Walk into the room. You don't have to wear a jacket like everybody else. Man. Trust me, I know millionaires that wear sweatpants. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Did you even say thank you? All right, let's see. Oh man. So like, subscribe, and I do plan to do some things with that one channel that I have, that Kick channel. Rumble that I stream off of gets to hit like all those channels at one time. Actually, that's just the case. I want to run with this. I want to run with the streaming thing. I'm just going to build them up and see what happens. I knew a guy. There's another stock promoter, and we had like 3 or 4 friends. We were part of a couple promotions together, stock promotions together, and we took the guys who were making websites, and he made like God knows I don't know how many websites him and his brother made, and another guy bought like 15 of them, and I bought one, and another promoter was like, "Hey man, that's too close to my name, bro. I need to." I was like, "Well, you're gonna have to buy this from me." I bought the website for like 500, and I sold it to him for like 1,000. I did give him a nice deal though, another promotional deal. So he got his money back, but I mean, how am I supposed to know? I wasn't gonna run with his name like that. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't have been cool. So bottom of the hour, bottom of the hour. See if I'm right here. Luck has nothing to do with skill. And some of that skill is inside yourself. They bought that shit right before that opening too. Right before. Come down a little bit. Pull back a little bit. They've been doing that nice little pullback. Up. Not gonna go down. So don't let this fool you right there. If you ever notice a 2, 3, what was it? One night, Monday, it's 2. Today was the open, but it's going to be a lot more fierce. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like we're going to pick you up like this and then drop you. It's not going to be like this, where it's like, okay, gonna pull you down here. And where did it go? The weekly opening gap, right? Melandering. I believe melandering is the correct terminology for this. Got 2 more minutes till the top of the hour. It's almost 9 o'clock. We'll see if it works its way out of that weekly opening gap. Right here to right here. You're almost above it. If we can work our way above it. Let's see. That's up to the market makers, not me. I'm just waiting on time. It's not going to go too high or too low at one time when it's waiting on news. It'll just chop around. But it will take out the shorts that were too greedy and too late first. It always does that before it drops, if it does drop. That was a nice short though. My goodness. Right here. If you could just get in right here. Below that green line that we drew yesterday. Right below there. But look at all the chop that you'd have had to deal with. See? Then right there. When people realized, okay, we're going to get to the bottom of it right here. And of course it goes right there. That's what I like right there too. And that's the relative lows. That's like capping the bottom for now. It's like, yeah, we're going to go down there, but not right this second. Not anytime soon. That monthly or weekly opening gap. I mean, monthly wick at the end of the week. And if you don't think it can't go way up here and drop like that, you're wrong. Time now is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. We'll see what it does. I'm not watching my news feed. I need to watch my news feed. Some more news out of New Zealand, but nothing major. Really doesn't affect us. You know, pre-market Taiwan and stuff. Okay, Taiwan. It's not bad news. The tsunami's bad news, but oh, they're wanting to protect. Okay, so there's a warning in Hawaii right now for this tsunami for 3 hours. It's about how long it would take to break above 5. Come on, guys. I mean, yeah, just 23,500. 23,500. I want 25,300. 23,505. That's all I want. Please. That's all I want. Come on. Quit melandering. Very nice 1 minute candle. Come on, can we get another? Continuation? We got another minute too, by the way. Another minute. It's 9 p.m. No, it's 9:03 is what we're looking for. We're looking for it to break that. Please by 10. See that right there? Came down, filled some orders. We'll revisit that, but I'm not sure when. Let this work itself out for a little bit. Somewhere here, maybe. Maybe. Oh man, let's see. I hope I don't get stopped out. I might get stopped out this time. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out. They are stop hunting. Well, no news either. Uh, it's just gonna have to be one of them wait and see type things. It is just gonna have to be one of those wait and see type things because I think that gets filled too right there. See, they're not just gonna leave that gap, leave that flat, but they didn't leave that flat either, did they? They had to go back down there and get that. See, this is all living in the 1 minute. You don't want to live in the 1 minute. What does 5 minute tell you? What does 10 minutes tell you? I mean, 15 minute, hourly. That's what they don't tell you. Let's see. Yeah, we've been up there too long, so we got to do something soon here. Either way, it's fine with me. Whether it wants to roll over or it wants to come up here. If it does, I get stopped out and I just go back down there and look again. Let's see. Got to find the right number that I want to be on. What am I willing to lose? If it goes up above this, I'm fine. If it goes below this, I'm stopped out. So, which way, Western Man? Because this 5 minute just went a little bit. One, two, three. But I'm still looking at that. So that's going to be something we're going to revisit later. So even if I get stopped out now, which is about to, I'll just re-enter and find another place. Then shouldn't you change your bias to bearish? No, not the way they're playing lately. I'll mark this. Might have to do that later. Because technically that is where you would short right there. Did I get stopped out? Let me go look. Nope, not yet. Yeah, I did. Damn, it just didn't tell me that. I got it. Okay. That was in the demo account. There's always delayed reaction in that demo account too. I don't know why. Always a delayed reaction. Do, 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 do. Sort of being so wiki for down there. I just didn't want it to go down here below that because then it goes into that, and it could be something safer if it breaks this right here around 75 or 65. So I'm just looking for another place to enter. That impulse got me too. I was in that wick, wasn't I? Yeah, I was in the wick. It's still bullish, isn't it? It's still bullish. I'm not embarrassed about this. Even if it does go down here, relative equal lows, higher high, and a higher low. That could have been a stop hunt, but I really need on that 15 to feel that. Rather see it body it though. I thought I would have more time, right? Ah, ah. Let's see. What's going on in chat? Do, 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 do. Nothing's going on in chat. We're 200 people and nothing going on in chat. Not even my Streamlab bot is talking. Jeez, what did I do to Streamlab? It's a cool moderator bot too, by the way. I think everybody needs a cool moderator bot. Ah, boom, 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 boom. Oh, but we gave it time, didn't we? And yes, I did average in when I said you shouldn't do that. Here I am telling people not to do it, and I did it, and I lost anyway, right? It's like, I'll get it right there. But it was close enough to the stop that I had to. Oh, don't you do it, 5 minute. Don't you do it. You're doing it, aren't you, 5 minute? And start getting all recovery on me. Really? There's a market maker in my stream. I know there is. Let me mess them up and come back up here. I know GDP's tomorrow too. Ha ha ha. PCE and all the earnings. You really think they're going to tank it before then? Do you really think they are? No. Oh. I mean, I can see hedging. I don't hedge with options like a lot of people, but I can see the TZAs of the world and all that other stuff. There are a slew of bear ETFs. Don't do that to me. Go down. I want some now. Stop it. You stop me out. You go down. I get some more. Come on. What's gold doing right now? The gold bears. Still got a higher win rate than most people. But you know what's crazy? I think it was Jadacat. He posted somebody in his Discord or something had like a 30% win rate, but their profit margin was huge. Why? Because they kept cutting their losses short, like a lot of losses, and it caused a lot of trades. Well, it's one way to do it, but that just kind of forces on me. I don't know. That's somebody else's rules, man. I can't do it like that. Yeah, there goes that. And it did come down too in that 5 minute right there. It bounced back. Now it's got that other way. We talked about that a little bit before 8 p.m., didn't we? It went there. It didn't crawl the whole wick though, did it? It did half. Yeah. No, I forgot who has that song. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let it body. Let the cable body, man. Then we'll talk. Now that means my Euro USD and the dollar just started. The spot has started. Spot gold, spot dollar. I love the way the British guy on my newsfeed talks. The Aussie dollar. It's like really, bro. Where's it at? Oh yeah, I gotta look for 6. That's right. But no, I'm not affiliated with any groups. Just me, myself, and I. But I have been getting some interesting DMs. I ain't gonna lie. He's just been roaring since I've been out. Yeah, it's like I like Euro USD. Nobody said forget about Nasdaq tonight. Last night it was Nasdaq, and now it's Euro USD. Why is that? Because GDP. Because PCI. Well, not really so much PCI, but GDP, and of course FOMC. Those things will move this. Are they just going to pick it up, drop down? I don't know. It's almost hit that area, hasn't it? That area of interest that we were talking about it would go to, which is roughly. And I saw this too, didn't we? We saw this. We watched this Euro USD, and I'm like, no man, Nasdaq looks better for whatever reason. See, it's like okay, you see, this is what I call the bug zapper pattern. It's actually a bull trap. That's one of the things that scares me about it, and that's why I got out. Okay, but it goes up like this. It's like a bug zapper. You start to see green, and then all of a sudden you get zzz, like I did just now, like I got clipped. Just zzz. So you want to be careful. I don't think it's a full zzz, but you know, it's the bug zapper pattern, bro. But this is what we should have got in right here. That'd teach me from going all impulsively. Gosh darn it. I'll get it back though. Wasn't that much money. Do, 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 do. Yeah, we should have went Euro USD. Right here. Check that gap. That means the dollar. If we look at the dollar real quick. I wasn't that bad. But I will call it the bug zapper pattern. I want to patent that. I want to patent the bug zapper pattern, okay? It's that time of year for mosquitoes. Skeeter babies. Skeeters and skeeter babies. So why don't you open up, though? Yeah, relative equal low, huh? Relative for what? A day? 2 days? Somebody's over there. Somebody out in the ether is like, should follow the VWAP bubble, bro. It's 4.04 away from the VWAP. I know, I know. Look at that puppy. It's about to pop. Looks like Dixie's about to pop. The bug zapper pattern. I want to patent that and sell it. 1,000 doll hairs for it. Not dollars, doll hairs. Creepy. I know. Zzzt. Yeah, that's still bullish though. I don't go, damn. I'm in love with the NASDAQ and I can't help it. Some people feel that way about their ETFs though. They're like, yeah, this is all I'm ever trading. That's it. Skip. Yeah, so there's a tsunami. That shouldn't freak out the markets. I don't know. It doesn't take too much to freak out the markets when you're this high, but just let it be known that's not the yearly high. I'm sorry to break that to you. It's stoppish, yeah. Make a pullback, yeah. Australia's coming up with their CPI. That's still waiting a little bit. Time. Sorry, was it Alaska that did that tsunami back in the 50s that killed all those people in Hawaii? I think it was in the 50s, but I thought that was off of Alaska and not closer into. Well, it's the same system though, right? I won't expect too much panic unless it actually hit, but you never know. That's where I cut on a lot of the spam talking on my kick, and I just changed it to just emojis so people can post emojis. Everybody trades during the day, bro. Nobody trades at night. Yes, they do. Trust me, we do. There's like a lot of us, like a lot of us. And you can learn to abstract money anytime from the market. Doesn't matter what time it is. Just like we did last night. Not so much now, because there were signs. Let's see. Right here it's low. Wait, we don't want to do it like that, do we? Nah, we don't want to do it like that. See if the bug zapper pattern continues here. Let me use this. Why is it going above? That should not go above. It should be right here where I spot it. Oh, it should go like that. That is not what I wanted. Stop it. Still going by that old one. It's not going by the new indicator that I want. Bad signals. Okay, we don't want to do that. We're not going to use that. That's what I want to do is bounce right off here. Still waiting for time. I like how I left that there. I was seeking what? Right here. Oh, a little energy drink. Actually, it's Celsius. I'm addicted to Celsius. I've been drinking Celsius forever. Back in the day, they used to have Celsius in bottles. Yes, bottles. It's pretty cool. Like glass bottles, real bottles. Do, 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 do.
And just under a minute now to release of the Australia CPI data. So for the quarterly CPI for Q2, quarter-on-quarter expected 0.8%. CPI year-on-year expected 2.2%.
Yeah, I thought this was not. I thought the earthquake would have been closer to like Mongolia type of area, not off that coast. So they are monitoring that, and that's going to be for like 3 hours, really. See if there's any significant damage in Hawaii. But those people are okay. I'll pray for them.
Again, we'll be calling first 10 seconds. CPI quarter-on-quarter headline 0.7% than expected. Year-on-year was softer than expected. The trim mean CPI 0.6%, that's softer than expected. Year-on-year 2.7% for the trim mean, in line with expectations. Weighted median CPI quarter-on-quarter 0.6%, year-on-year 2.7%. Both are in line with expectations. For the weighted CPI year-on-year for June, the monthly figure 1.9%, that's softer than expected. So several readings printing softer than expected for the Australia CPI figures. Take to the downside.
And that's off the core data of another country. So let's see. Right here, dude. This is like a pivotal point. Go. The bug zapper pattern. Let's see. Because you're leaving all this down, probably for GBP. It doesn't mean it has to go right back up here, does it? Didn't break it, but has been turning down for what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes. About an hour. Didn't like the way it was just chilling there, though. Jeez. It's above the VWAP, guys. That's what they say. It's above the VWAP. Yeah, but it left that right there, didn't it? Yeah, we're not going to play with you, game. Could go down here. See a back test up there. Like I said, I'd love to short up there, not down here. But we'll see. And it did break that little trend, but not too bad. It always has that bad habit of doing. See how it rejects though? Every time. Just pretty smooth rejection, isn't it? It's an impulse flow. And it drags your butt way back up. And it did reach that one area, but it was like a snap, wasn't it? Like right there. Yeah, snap that stuff. All that right there. Some other gaps that I filled too. And still maintain a higher low too, doesn't it? Interesting, right? The 1 minute looks like, jeez. Anyway, anyway. I'm not getting in the middle of that. It does look like a nice recovery, doesn't it? Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Right there. That's what it's bouncing off of right there. We do not live in the 1 minute, but that 1 minute was from 66. About 20 handles right there. Let's see. I like the way it popped over that. Took all those stops, like, yeah. Let's see what you do. Gonna come back down a little bit. Or are you just gonna blast through all that stuff? Just gonna take everybody's money? Yeah. That's what you do, NQ. You take everybody's money. Let's see what you do. Yeah, they're protecting that 23,500. But for how long? How long will they protect it? I don't know. That looked pretty bullish to me. We'll see what happens. They took everybody's stuff. That could have been a draw of liquidity. We'll see. If there's any oomph to it. See, got back over all the stuff like it did and crawl that wick. That's the 5 minute right there, but that was pretty fast. But I gotta let my pup outside. We'll see. Patient. It's only a couple minutes. All right. Let's see.
And NHK reports centimeters reaches Japan's northern Hokkaido. So it's not that aggressive in terms of the magnitude of that tsunami. So tsunami is just 30 centimeters reaching Japan's northern Hokkaido. Earlier on, there were reports that tsunamis of around 3 meters, so far 30 centimeters.
Okay, so the tsunami's already reached Japan. It was only like 30 centimeters. So, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, it was only 30 centimeters, so it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. I want to see it crawl that wick up though. I like the way that one tick above all that crap got taken out. It's like they did a stop run on both sides just now, down and up. It was slower on the bearish end. You would have had to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait instead of looking for that relative equal low. That's the thing. People want to short, and that's fine, but you got to wait for the opportunity. It will present itself. Just like bottoms. You have people that are chasing bottoms like shorts and longs. So, I mean, at the same time, that's what causes the rallies. That's what caused the movement to go up. You know what I mean? So, do, do, do. I still want to see it break over 23,500. And that's just me. I don't believe in shorting bottoms. Oh, man. And no, I didn't short in February. In fact, it's well documented on X where I was averaging in on SOXL. Like, yeah, 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 okay. Doom, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a conversation with one person. It's like, it's not that I'm a bear. I just want Amazon at 70, man. And I kept averaging in, averaging in. Oh man, that was a long, long time ago. It's like I'm not a real bear, you know that, right? I don't believe the world's going to end. I just, yeah, just. But no, corrections and crashes is something you get every couple of years. You don't get that, 5, 6 times a year. You might get a pullback, a nice pullback, a couple percent, maybe one, maybe two, three, stagnate, consolidate, something like that. Kind of like this week, if you think about it, we're waiting on all this information, so why not go back and retest the weekly open? It kind of makes sense when you think about it. They don't mean you have to short it. Let somebody else chase that. Have to wait on that. Because a real correction, a real crash, you don't have time to get in, get out, and all that other stuff. You don't. I don't care what they say. You don't have the time. I got out in the exact time, bro. I got in on the same time, bro. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. There's no possible conceivable way that you did. It's just no way. I've been in those situations, and it is a lot harder than what you think. Especially in '08. My God. This is the bottom. No, wait. This is the bottom. No, wait. This is the bottom. So everybody's screaming that for 2 whole months that it was '08. I'm like, dude, y'all suck. No, it's not. If it was, you would not be able to get at least, a couple pops. I mean, the pops back then just, ew, no. So what is everybody doing? Buying to death. Everybody, everybody was saying it was going to crash in April after it already corrected. And it's like, why would you keep saying that when it's 20% down? It seems like it already happened just slowly and kind of painfully, to be honest with you, because there's no real good bounces up until late April. Then it's like, okay, okay, we're good now. I mean, maybe a 2022 where you would get these nice massive pops every now and then. That was fun. You could do both swings. Boom, boom. I like that. And everybody's got the resting bitching face when they are short. They're like, yeah. Their psychotic side comes out, yeah. But come on, that's an act. That's just that. It's true though. You do have that little facial expression, like painted red, blood red. Look, man, we're not vampires. Uh, so the time is 9:47 p.m. and we're on the top of the hour, and I got a couple of micros. I'm not gonna lie to you. On both my demo and regular account, and we'll see how those go. I may have more than three, but anyway, I may have more than three because I really want to see it just pop over 500. After that, I really don't care. It's like pop over 500, take out their stops, and it almost did try to take out those stops. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, let's take out this stop right here, this stop right there. And that little area right there is not a full. I want to see the body. I want to see it body that gap right there. You know what I mean? And it's got to go above this. That was almost. See, it's not a draw of liquidity. If it was a draw of liquidity, it'd be like this and then straight down. Now somebody could say, yeah, but it's still short because it hasn't went over that because it hasn't bodied over that. So I am cautious. I'm not like, okay, yeah, I'm not over bullish. I'm not risking more than I can lose. Risk management. Good old risk management. I hate doing taxes. God, I hate doing taxes. My late wife used to do all my taxes. She was awesome at that. She really was. I suck at it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, what? Some people got that in them and some people don't. I can't lie. That's a whole different type of math, buddy. It's a whole different type of math. Fibonacci I understand. Geometry I understand. Accounting I do not understand. I mean, when I used to work with a financer who would go in and, I guess you could call it VC, like small companies and stuff, he would handle all that too, matter of fact. See, he had non dilutive clauses, so it really didn't matter what the company did. You go in with $1 million, buy it under what the market value was, which were restricted. It would be restricted, but that's how he'd fund them. He'd be restricted, but it'd be like I forgot. It was a $3 stock. He went in a million at $1. So what is that? And he'd be restricted for like a year, but he had some major control over those companies. My God, and a lot of influence. He's a good guy though, very trustworthy, very trustworthy. 10 minutes till 10 o'clock. 50 minutes until China opens. China pre-market's kind of open already. I'm just glad the tsunami didn't like hurt, Japan. I'm uh, not sure about Hawaii yet. They said something about Japan though. We are barcodes. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, it's consolidation formation, and you should focus on what the candles are doing and not the wicks, the body. We are farmers. Oh, man. But yeah, I don't mind doing late night streams. I do. I should I do this in the daytime too? I remember I used to my old Discord that got like screwed up. My old Discord handle, we'd be doing it at night too. I gotta get me a new Discord. Everybody's on Discord. I don't know. They suspended the account. I don't know why they suspended it. I think my son went in there trying to play with it and he kind of messed it up, but that's okay. That's all right. He didn't know. He's computer savvy though. They did not have that when I was a kid. They had a football and a street light and told you to go outside. 10 years, you're going to have AI doing everything for you. I don't know if that's going to smarten us up or dumb us down, to be honest with you. You're going to see AI influencers. You'll be like, oh my God, that's going to be crazy. And then tomorrow, I got to get my kids' haircuts and all that other stuff. Get their school supplies and all that. Even if they're going to do homeschool, I still got to do the school supply thing. I still got to get him a new laptop. Matter of fact, yeah, we still got top of the hour doldrums. I was just expecting that to go a little bit higher. That wick, kind of like they stopped it well before the 500. That does leave me a little weary, but I think they're just holding it back until GDP. Because we have so much information coming within 3 days. So many companies have already reported. But everybody wants to only talk about the Mag 7. Okay, but it's only 30 centimeters. So I don't know why my newsfeed's talking about tsunami still. But that's okay. Oh, man. I said it was only 30 centimeters and they're going to pipe up. I got to turn off that news. I don't even go by the news, really. Because I believe in footprints. Let's see, that was dangerous and powerful tsunami, blah, 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 blah. Australia CPI, excluding about 10 items. So Australia's CPI is probably what caused that pop. And then you had Bank of China inject some. Oh, okay. LG Energy Solutions and Sons. 3 point. Tesla. LG Energy signs a 4.3 billion supply deal with Tesla. Tesla's going around the globe buying stuff up. Jeez. But they can't pay creators, huh? They can't pay you to stream on their network. Okay. All right, Elon, we get you. We got you. Oh, Lord. Yes, I am currently streaming on his platform and like 5 others. But they can't pay me for it, huh? Huh. I guess I'll have to stick to trading. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Got time. I gotta quit singing that song. Explain the why before you get in, or else you'll be explaining the why you're in. That makes sense? I think that makes sense. I do like the way he did that, though. Not saying we couldn't revisit that. Right here, right here. I guess that 5 minute right there. If it doesn't do something soon, it'll probably revisit that. Well, not that, but right here, right here. I gotta put a fib on it though. But I do like the swigginess. It's just like stopping anybody who wants to be short out, except for those that are above 500. So I'm surprised it didn't go by 500 if it really wanted to knock some people out. It's consolidating, bro. It's consolidating up though, isn't it? What? Yeah, it's been going up. Like here's your weekly opening gap right there. You are like just in it. Some people wait for it to go here. Some people, I don't know why, but they would just short right here to get this right here. But you could wait for it to get right here is what I was thinking. I could be wrong on my thesis. I could be wrong on that thesis. We'll see. Oh, 3 more minutes to the top of the hour to 10 o'clock. Yeah, we had pizza today. I didn't feel like cooking. I drove. It's a nice day anyway. Not 100 freaking degrees like it has been around here. Just a little bit of relief was better than none. Where I live, it gets really, really freaking humid. So, see that? See that gap we drew right there? I wanted to see that get filled. It's like, I want to see that get filled too. If it can. But the path right here, that's either GDP or somebody's earnings. We'll get trade that tomorrow night too. So we'll leave that up there. That doesn't mean we don't go revisit this later. We have plenty of time to do either, or I just be having looking at this as a temporary bottom, temporary discount. That's all. Because I like that down here, and I like this up here, and the higher low there, and the higher low there. But this is a smaller candle. Smaller. This is a higher time frame, same thing, but it looks better, right? On the higher time frame, it's pretty good. And honestly, on the daily, I mean, yeah, it needs to pull back. Just more than one day, and that's all you're really gonna. That's all we might get, depending on Amazon and Apple and Meta and all them other people's earnings. We're going to have to see. It's going to be very volatile. It's going to be very fun. So what you do, map it out now. So when it gets there, we got that low. We got that low. We're not going to call tops. We're not going to call bottoms. We don't really care if it's an all-time high or an all-time low. That's not what we're looking at. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking to abstract money from the market at that particular time. So you're a scalper, kind of, sort of. I do have long positions. I mean, I'm not like, scalpy every 5 seconds or anything. They're going to start calling you Buy It, Scalp It, right? Hey, his name is Buy It, Scalp It. My friend from New York told me, why do you scalp so much? Why do you just trade like that? That was 15 years ago. He was the guy who would go in with seed money and wait. And he made a lot more money on the upside than I ever did. He's like, you got to be patient, man. Like, I know. Could be more than just an hour or 2 hours, bro. 3 hours, 30 minutes, whatever it is. We have now reached the 10 o'clock hour. We have now reached the 10 o'clock hour. It's 10:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, United States of America. And we are above that. We're looking for an expansion. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. All right. And it's not 10:03 yet, and we're still going to see about that 10:30. Remember what I said about 10:30? Sometimes we'll see a good expansion, sometimes not so much, but we'll see expansion either way when China opens up. How big? I don't know. I just have an idea of where we should be going before any type of real rejection. Because that real rejection would be right here for right now. But if GDP is good, even if GDP is bad, what will happen is I'll run stops way up here. Even the new all-time high if GDP is bad, and bring it back down. FOMC, same thing. But it'd be so quick, it's just going to be a stop run. See what I'm saying? That's the same thing about the downside. There was a guy on YouTube. I'm not sure if it was simulated money or not, but he was down something like 80 grand for 4 hours. I'm thinking that was simulated. It had to be simulated money. He says it wasn't, but he sat there in stream for like 4 hours. But the bad part about him being 80 grand down was that he was up like 40 before he was down. It's like, bro, you should have took some off the top on your way up or something before the actual news. I don't know. That was like a couple of years ago. It was pretty cool though to watch. I liked his face. It was very professional. I was like, well, damn. He said, no, 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 no. He stuck by his bias the whole way. And I'm like, geez, that's got to be simulated. It might not have been though. He's still around. I just don't check him out. That was just like the big viral thing when he did that. It's like, okay. I watch a lot of people stream. Do, 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 do. We are long and we're strong. But look at that recovery. Doesn't mean it can't go back down here. I'm long talking about it can't go back down here. It can. But yeah, it can. Just to fill that body, but it doesn't have to be today. Look at the Ian Carey trade. It took forever to come back down here and fill, didn't it? Pal come in with a blue. I mean, all Pal has to do is say good afternoon. Seriously, and it'll move. Nasdaq will move like 100 points. Good afternoon. Does anybody remember when the protesters came and he said, "Shut the fucking door"? I thought that was so funny. 12 points or 12 handles rather, and I guarantee you'll see some covering, just like every single time it ever happens. But that's some 12 handles. The thing about it is, you have to be patient. You're not buying a breakout. You're buying their stops. Oh, and it only takes one stop. I mean, it only takes one contract above. That's all it takes. And then you'll see like maybe 5 handles above, 6 handles above. I've scalped that for lunch money before. I'm like, thank you. And sometimes they'll go way higher than that too. And it's like, all right. And that's the same with what he's short. But we're not talking about shorting tonight. Talk about that at a later date. Oh man. Because it was that one wick above without a rejection, then he had that wick below. You gotta admit though, Monday was a beautiful, beautiful recovery, wasn't it? Like right here. I don't drink, but that'd be a glass. That'd be a wine glass right there. It'd be like, cheers, all the way up to the all-time high. And it's got that. It's like stuck his toe in the water there. ICT does teach this bottom right here, by the way. He does teach that type. What happened on Monday? It's a little different than the way I explain it, though. Things looking soupy. Let's see what it does here. Right there. I'm not going to tell y'all boys like I did last night where my stop is, because y'all are mean. There's over 1,000 people watching me the other day, and I swear one of y'all took my stop. Ah, I did that on purpose. It's like, where do you say his stop was? He's using real money. Let's take it away. That's not prop money. Nothing wrong with prop money. And I'm kind of excited about that one prop firm turning. I wonder if you'll be able to do the Robbins Cup with it. That would be better than leaderboard, wouldn't it? Especially if I started a business doing this, right? Yeah, that can happen. We'll see. We'll see. We got time. Got time. And you can't blame the good traders for, hey, subscribe to me. You can't blame them for that. I mean, I'll always have stuff free and all that good stuff, but can you really blame them? It's a lot of hard work. I mean, yes, it's easy to press a button, sure, but it's a lot harder to do patience now, isn't it? Right here. Uh, don't mind me, I'm just measuring something. Drawing squiggly lines. I'm gonna remove that too, by the way. What did I say? There was another enter in place after 501. It's not a real resistance level. I like the way it went in. As a matter of fact, I said that earlier about that. Right there, but I said it was higher too, didn't I? I did. Because what you're looking for is reversal. That's your reversal right there. Your reversal happened before close, didn't it? It did. This is the 5 minute. The 5 minute looks less wicked than that, doesn't it? Uh-huh. Let's see, that was that area. That's at 500 right there. They really did tag that 500, didn't they? So, 105. Gradually. Move this up here. Okay, take their stops out. Run their stops, run their stops, run their stops. Don't stop until you run their stops. All their stops. Get all the stops out. Oh, take them out, 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 take them out. Not financial advice, take them out. That's not a relative equal high, by the way. That went over it. Even if it comes back down, that's not a relative equal high. Okay, let's see. What time now? It's 10:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm saying that because of the lag that we have in this. See how it's going inside of this right now? Okay, so that gets us good right there. Like I said, I wouldn't short this, to be honest with you. Let's see, and it is expansion time. Do we do it before GDP? Do we do it before all this other good stuff? We can. Don't do it now, don't do it now. Up, up, up. Blue skies. Come on. Right there. It's 505. Right there inside of this. That's where you short. Not right here. You might only get, yeah, you might only get a few handles, but you're not going to get everything. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Looking back a little bit for 10:30. That's good. No casualties after the tsunami so far. Those things can be scary. Like the entire ocean will freaking dry up and you'll be able to walk on it, kind of thing. Oh man. Come on. That 5 minutes holding, aren't you? Be wary of that 5 minute because it's rejecting off of that right this second, but it's only waiting for GDP and it's only waiting for 10:30. We're not waiting for GDP, by the way. We're not trying to front run that. Meta, let's check out Meta on this one over here. I want to see something. Somebody said something on X about Meta. They were like, check out Meta. Because Meta was moving oddly. Yeah, it went down, didn't it? That's only on the 15. It's holding strong after hours. It's got a 50% too that I can see. That's been straight vertical for how long? Actually, no, that has not been straight vertical for how long? Oh my god. Yeah, that was that little. Yeah, we did meta one time. Check on Amazon. Everything's relative. 231. Didn't they tell y'all to sell down here? They told you to sell at 160, didn't they? You need to write whoever told you to sell down there and just slap them because now you would be up how much? And those kind of events do not happen often, by the way. Trying. That's short term. I think I might have been trading that stock at that time. Relative equal high. We need to build that, don't we? We already kind of sort of filled it, but I want to see a body above that gap right there. I want to see it come in and do a regular, just like that, because it hasn't done anything since April, or I mean February. But you got to remember that they did say that they didn't do so good this summer, but we're looking at the AWS stuff. So if they lowered their guidance prior to that, we might actually have a shot. Apple, get the shorts. The shorts are hiding. Get the shorts. This actually helps me get my mind off my position too. Alright, so you've been kind of stagnant, but it bounced back. Apple's going to have the toughest time with tariffs. Tough time with tariffs. And they had their guidance for that too. And there's one more, right? Microsoft, Mr. Softy. Oh man, the H1 CEO. Let's see. What's the highs? It looks like it got way there for the last earnings, didn't it? Go back to Mars. Took a break 500. Come on, please. Maybe if I I know a little voodoo I can do. Nah, I'm a Christian. I ain't gonna do all that. Let's put a spell on it. It's not luck, it's skill. It's skill, baby. Giggity. I like propane and propane accessories. Oh man, let's look at that gas though. Something about that gas. No, don't do that. Here's testing the bottom. I think it was the tsunami that caused a little pullback that we just had. Glad everybody's alright though. That's NQ. We already know who you are. Okay. This is daily. Feel that gap already? You couldn't have possibly filled that gap from yesterday already. There is no way you just filled that gap from yesterday. There was some news, by the way, on that. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it out like it's hot. There's that gap right there at 308. I did that Wednesday. We were looking at this gap earlier. I said I wasn't going to feel that. You're not going to see it on a 15-minute. Hourly, we'll see it. It's going to take your stops. Not financial advice. But, oh, there it is. 3. It's a nice little freaking gap that it did. That gap up. It's a gas, bro. It's a gas. Told you there's nothing bearish about that. Now, the numbers for GDP show shrinkage. Oh, man. That could be different. But why would you pray for the fall of a country you live in? Why would you do that? You could pray for change all day, but not the freaking fall of it, man. 500, that's where their stops are. I keep telling you. Here goes your hourly. It's not 10:30 yet, is it? That was a very nice recovery, wasn't it? And you can actually measure these moves. I know I told you all this once before. Oh, you're more of a chart analyst than you are a data guy. Yes, this is true. But I do listen to the data guys, though. I'm just not a data guy. I mean, I know a little bit about it. I used to be. Oh, Lord, wait a minute. Donald Trump just posted something. Due to massive. Okay, cool. Due to massive. Tsunami warning is in effect for those living in Hawaii. Okay, cool. He's doing cool. It's not about tariffs or anything. All right. That's cool. It's. My heart dropped a little bit. I was like, don't say nothing about tariffs. But yes, he's giving a heartfelt thing about the tsunami. But I keep hearing things on my. I keep hearing things that everything's okay. I don't know. So we'll see. All right. Let's see here. Do, 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 do. That is very true. Don't get into a trade unless you know how to get out of it. That is very profound. I had to pick on him though. I had to troll him. That's all good. Let's see. The joke was on FOMO. I think I'll even retweet it, repost it. Because it's true. Break their backs. I'm looking at Twitter waiting. Japan text. It's not too bad, 37 years though. 10 more minutes to opening. And they're already trading pre-market, by the way, in China. Oh, so now they're doing all of West Coast? That includes California too, huh? That makes sense. That makes sense. Lord, what am I watching? Ah, all right, okay. Back to business. 8 minutes. We're just really waiting on 10:30. No, if I didn't go to the beach, I probably would have caught that short too. Actually. Oh man. But yeah, no, like for me to catch that short off that high, this is what I'd do. Would have happened around 10 a.m. Let's look at it intraday. That's not exactly the way everybody catches shorts, by the way. Oh, that's hourly. See that? Uh, don't want to use that. I wouldn't have shorted the initial move. I'd have shorted something coming back up. That's not going to let me get rid of that unless I do this, isn't it? All right. Let's see here. Here's a fan. But looking for short, you're not looking at the bottom. That's a pain trade. Any bottom, like if you were short this, even though you knew, hey, this is where it's got to be, you knew in your heart of hearts it had to be going here. Okay, let's say that hey, look, or you saw this right, and you were like, it's got to go lower, right? It's going to be painful just to get to that, right? You got to know that. It's not, oh man, did you see that 100-point move down or whatever it is? No, it's you're anticipating a 100-point move down, 200, whatever it is, whatever you think you see. Okay, insufficiency, a gap needs to be filled or halfway at least or something. You look for a rejection. And this is why I don't think this is the top of the market. It's close. It's got the momentum, right? It's got the momentum. But it never back tested this, right? It never came back and poked its head. And that, if you want to see a top of the market, it would go real fast up. You would not be able to get in. You would not be able to get out. It sucks. You'd have to be so fast. You could have a limit order in and it still not get tagged. Okay, that's how effed up it is. But right here, and I think I described that earlier. I did not short this. I was at the beach. But this is how I do it. You look for a failed rejection back up here. Now you can see whatever data you want to. I think we had some numbers come out. This move right here is to be expected. Okay, all-time high. You come off. Pretty much, any bull right here is like, you done got all their stops right. And this is in what, a 10-minute time frame. 10-minute time frame, it goes down 50 handles, 60 handles. A little bit more than that, actually, almost 100. If you were lucky and not skilled, I could say you could probably do it. You could probably look at it on a minute. A minute will give you a better idea. Not here. We want to see short covering here, which we're about to have in about 10 handles in about 5 minutes, but we got time. See, there was people that shorted right here. That's the scary trade. Why is that the scary trade? Back test up there. What wasn't so scary about it? It's coming off an all-time high. So what did they do? They got out down here. And you can see it just relatively equal highs at 938. Failed again at 940. That was their sign. There's barely anybody who shorted here. Maybe 2, 3 people. But here is natural to short. Right here, that's a natural area. So yeah, they could have shorted almost the top. Might not believe them, but I've seen some people do it, and it's really scary because you're anticipating a back test up to this, and not a break. And it runs down. That's where a lot of people got out of their short. But see what happens is time, about 10 o'clock, people who waited for the back test right here. It didn't quite hit that before it started rejecting. This right here, extremely wiggy. Okay, I mean, if you had some of these prop firms, like I can go in with my regular account, my regular broker's account, and I'm like, nah, bro, it goes lower, it goes, to this, whatever. And I might not have the exact. That's why people wait for 10 o'clock. I may not have the exact thing that I need. So I'd probably get honestly short right here. but it'd be after seeing this right here. See how it rejected this, but you see that wick? I'm going by this. It didn't. It rejected this right here, this wick, because that would have been straight through, and it should have bounced off of that. It should have. It did not. But you'd had to deal with all that. All that. That's what I would have done. That's not the. That's not like the best way to get in. Because you want to see that, you want to see the rejection. But like I said, I would have waited for that rejection right there and probably entered. And then smart money's like, okay, well, let's see if it goes back up and breaks. It did not. So they shorted right here. But yeah, I would have done like a little bit of a pain trade. It's not really a pain trade, it's only 10 handles. But that 10 handles up there eventually would have brought me. What would I have looked for? I'd have to look back further. Let's see the initial move. It have brought me down to here. Remember when we were talking about that? That 545? I know that's hindsight trading, but it's good to go over where you would have actually done it. And you got to be real with yourself, okay? When you do something like I just did, you got to be real with yourself. I would have got out of the exact bottom. Yeah, no, you wouldn't have. I've been doing this 20 years. Don't expect to do that shit, okay? You're looking for 20, 30 handles. And you know what you would do, really, honestly, is just trail it, bro. Trail your stop if you're short like that. Just trail it. Now, I'm not telling people to short, and I really hate that y'all are back testing my long position, but okay, whatever. Um, he's talking about shorting. Let's short. No, no, no. I'm just saying what I do. I'm just hindsight trading myself. You know what I mean? Being honest with myself. That would have been very fast, though. I would not have been able to get in on that, I don't think, with that short. I would have waited for a test back up here, and it would have never happened. It wouldn't have materialized. I would have. It didn't run far enough as to where I'd be like, "That's the top of the year." No, that's not. No, 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 no. That Liberation Day crap, that would have been Jesus, where it runs up dramatically. That's not dramatic. That's an all-time high. That's not dramatic. That's actually natural. But where it just went up like 300 points, and it was like, yeah, no, y'all had bad news. Straight down. And it's like just rejection after rejection. That's how you know you're at top. That's not quite a top. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to myself about that. It would have been somewhere in here. And then it breaks right there. Actually, if you're looking at the 5 minute, that would have been a good part two to get out of. I mean, to not get out of. But right here on that five, right before the bell, got out right here. But that's that fast. That's that high frequency trading that you always hear Citadel and BlackRock and all them do. It was right before that 10 o'clock. I mean, if you have the cojones, go ahead and do it. That would have been a nice place to short to right there. As soon as it breaks. But what probably happened, and I was out of the house at this time, but it probably went for and I'm getting old, and that would have just given me a heart attack. So, like I said, I would have just waited, and that would have still, I would have still achieved like 20, 30 handles real easily. Not real easily, but without the coronary, you know what I'm saying? There's some people like, nah, screw that. There's that one trader that's always like, dude, I got out at 20. I mean, I reversed my position, blah, blah. You couldn't have, that's algos. That's market makers. Okay. It's like when they printed, well, before my time, when they printed IBM at $100,000, there's no buyers or sellers. It was just, they just said, yeah, do y'all want to buy this or something? They're like, no, we don't. That was like the start of the bubble. This is not a bubble. AI, don't you freaking stop me out. God, we talk right into this 1030 expansion area. You just got me lower, didn't you? I'm still not telling these people where my stops are. This looks a lot scarier than this, doesn't it? This doesn't look scary at all. And we could go in here. One day's just joining us. Good morning, because I'm pretty sure you're in another part of the world. I hope y'all are safe with the tsunami. Oh man, I hope you understood. I was just checking with him when I said the FOMO thing. Jeez. Uh, yeah, I barely listen to music anymore. I just turn on a stream. Or, yes, I do listen to ICT sometimes in the truck too when I'm driving. But I'll listen to anything. Anything but music, because you listen to country music, it's all about just depressed stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Jelly Rolls. Like, Lord Jesus, I don't want to hear you. Rather hear somebody talk about something I'm interested in, like futures or stocks or something like that, other than that music crap that just don't sound right. Okay, I get stopped out, but I still want you to go in and take out that 500. It will with that GDP. That's actually bullish. I don't care what you think. You could be short right now, and congratulations, but that's still bullish. That's that Spanish. Why do I say that? Because that means whatever number it is, it's likely to go back up and retest that stuff. So I had one bad trade and two good trades. I did not mention those trades because I don't want y'all to copy trade me, even though I'm walking y'all through some trades. And that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all shouldn't be doing that. You can do this too. It just takes time. If you're cheating by looking at somebody else's test, then you're not going to learn. It's like this gap they left right there. Why are they leaving this gap right here? We're going to run away. Are you? Where are you going to run to? Down here? We're going to body this. You body this, you're still going to go up. You made a higher low and a higher high. Oh, you know what it is? You're waiting. You're waiting on time. Rejection off the high, rejection off the high, rejection off the high, higher lows. Bull trap. Boom. No rejection off the high, no rejection off the high, no rejection off the high, no rejection off the high. Slow, stagnant, what do I call it? No rejection off the high. New day. You can go right here and you're still bullish, buddy. Risk management, what are you doing? Minis, micros. Institutions like JP Morgan, you know that market maker? They can do as many minis as they feel like. But you know the deviation, right? Between a mini and a micro. One's a little bit wider, so that means that you have to deal with a little bit more pain and a little bit more stress. You know who knows that, right? Market makers. You might only have what, a couple 100,000, maybe less than that in your bank account. And I'm not talking about a demo account. I'm gonna make it as a future trader. I want to trade minis. You better have a good heart, right? Because that is stress you out. You'd be surprised over 20 years how many people I know. You know, go out, touch grass, go swimming. I went swimming today. You know what I mean? I mean, go do stuff. Get your mind off this for a second. That market that I didn't see, it's still here. In fact, if you look back right here, that's your new weekly opening gap. We are right back where we were. So why stress yourself out if you missed a move? Oh man, I wish I was short. That's fine. You'll catch the next one. Might be a day, might be 2 days from now. But you know what? In the next 3 days, there are going to be some moves, and we could catch them. Doesn't mean we have to be in front of the computer 24/7. Now, does it? No, no, it don't. Put the least amount of stress on yourself as you can. Take care of yourself. Nobody can love you as much as yourself. You might think they do, but you are, if they do love you more than you love yourself, they might be codependent, and that's a problem in itself. So, no. Oh, man. I am going to be silent for a minute because I had been talking like 4 hours straight. Jeez. Well, a few hours straight. Like, did that country boy ever shut up? Sometimes. It'd be funny if I looked down and my mic was muted, but it's not. Alright, it's not muted. Let me mute this for a little bit. I will be right back. Not only do we have like FOMC and all that other stuff, but I'm back for a little bit. We have Meta. We have all this is tomorrow too. Let's see, read the list. Meta, CVS, but that's the next day over. That's not really. They honestly did lose a little money when they went woke. I mean, they went too woke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, got Meta, Microsoft. This is all tomorrow. I'll share this before the bell. SD, Hershey's, Harley Davidson, Ford is after the bell. Robinhood is after the bell. So, I mean, everybody will be focused on Meta and Microsoft, but Robinhood comes up too. Be interested to see what Microsoft is doing. And then Thursday morning, that's when you have the Roblox, CVS, Roblox, and CVS, and all those other guys. That's Thursday. And you have Amazon, Coinbase, Reddit, Roku. Ruko. Is it Roko or Ruko? I don't know. Somebody correct me on that. At PayPal already today. Visa, Starbucks, and all them this morning. Or after the bell. So yeah, man. Expect a wild ride. FOMs. Non-farm payroll, all that good stuff. Do the Apple. The Apple. Alright. So we're gonna have all that stuff. I'll be right back to 1 second. Oh look, we're breaking out. Gee, didn't think that was gonna happen, did you? Gotta have faith, bro. Anyway, right back. Trust me, bro. Indicator. Told you they were gonna look for stops. And Germany and a couple other places have retail sales and economic confidence on the globe, really. When I'm trading futures and I know I'm trading it tonight, I'll look at that too. And then you have the EU with their consumer confidence stuff. So we have our, not only do we have GDP tomorrow, the mortgage-backed stuff, applications, and okay, that gives us a pretty good, yeah, refinance index, NBA purchase, but it's that GDP rate and GDP growth that we're looking at. Plus, we are looking at PCE, which all happens at the same time. Then we had the retail consumer spending. Treasury fund announcement. Pending home sales at 10 o'clock. Then we had some oil stuff coming on. And oil is kind of news driven. We're going to look at CE too. And then the big ones. Fed interest rate decision at 2 o'clock, and then the conference. Will he be wearing a purple tie? Went over all that stuff. So we are going to have plenty of opportunities. If patience pays. Slew of earnings afterwards. I like the way it's just going up there. It's like knock, knock, knock. Okay. It's a bull trap. No, it's not a bull trap because it's making higher highs. This was a bull trap because it didn't make higher highs, but it kept making higher lows. So people were like, "Well, it'll do what it's doing right now, right?" I mean, granted, it still needs some work up here, but we're casually waiting for numbers in the morning, and all we were really wanting was this. And I said, maybe not that, but like this. If the numbers are really good, it could just wake up and wait. It'll still wait for FOMC. And if we get the data that we need out of FOMC, that is data driven. Wait until after the reaction because you could see a new all-time high. If I see a new all-time high before the rate decision, I will be so sus about that. I'll be like, no, no. If I see it as soon as they announce it, no. That's like automatic short. That's like, no, we're not doing that. I have to look for a short then. So what happened was if you cut it too much, you'll scare and you'll scare a lot of people. You'll scare the right people, banks and stuff like that. What do you mean you're cutting that much? We'll lose money. Not really, but so don't trade the initial announcement. You can even trade the conference when people ask them stupid questions. It's always funny to me what they ask them. Sir, we know you like a purple tie, but what do you think about Donald's red one? I mean, yeah, it's just the dumbest abstract questions I've ever heard too. It's like, really? Like, I don't know where they find these people. Well, you don't want to see it break trend up either. I'll be quiet until the midnight expansion. But we are on the top of the hour. It is 10:58 p.m. We're approaching the top of the hour, which is 11 o'clock. Not much really happens at 11 o'clock unless we got some serious news. But we do have some news about the tsunami, which can affect a lot of people. But hopefully, no one got hurt. I saw one article a little while ago. That's what I was reading up on the past 30 minutes. Said nobody got hurt, all this other stuff, but there's still warnings, so it's still in effect. I know everybody's like, you're not doing the bodies, the wicks cause damage. No, that's not what I'm doing. Because trust me, if it turns on me, I will know where to move my stuff. Alright. And I'll be right back again. Again, it is 10:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The reason why I say that is because there's a lag. There's a lag between X and a couple other ones, actually, a couple other streaming services that I have. I am currently streaming on like 6 services right now. And I do plan on expanding. I get a lot of DMs. Hey man, your Twitch isn't that big, or hey, your YouTube's not that big. Well, I'm not trying to run any type of campaigns right now, and I don't have any sponsorship, so it's going to be free, and I'm good. If something changes like that, I'm sure we could work together. But right now I'm good. So that's why I changed my comments on my kick just to emojis. I mean, so I was getting a lot of that spam work with me kind of thing. I'm like, I'm good. You could DM me. I'm not mad at you. You're trying to make money, bro. I get you. I get you. That's not the audience I'm trying to reach, is it? All right, I'll be right back. There's a 10 o'clock reaction. See how we just popped over it a little bit? It has been expanding a little bit over 11 o'clock lately. Usually doesn't do that, but it's doing it lately. And Q just reaching over that 23,500. It's 11:02 p.m. Eastern. Want to see how it reacts to this before I move my stop up. Took most of my micros off. I don't know if y'all heard that. I think I can go back and retest that, but not right now. Before I get out, where would I rather get back in down here? Maybe fill that gap and get right down here. Try it up again. We're doing it safely, not financial advice. We're just doing it safely, that's all. Less risk, more money. I know everybody wants to be a demo bala. Oh, and I went from a demo account and a real account too, so I know you can hear the demo side, but I hate the way like E-Trade doesn't make a sound, but I don't like the way Thinkorswim's little sound. It sounds like a slot machine every time you press buy. I hate that. It's like Jesus. It's kind of addictive. I think some people just enter a freaking position just because they like the noise of it all, or exit a position or whatever they do. No, one guy on Thinkorswim, man, he traded lots. But really, I had a deal with Thinkorswim about my commission, so I wasn't all with them. Still not actually. I just like their charting. I don't want to open the chart in front of everybody and they go, "Damn, okay, you can afford a mini, or two, or five. Why don't you trade it all, man?" It's like telling a man to jump off a freaking bridge. You realize that, right? You don't do that shit. You don't do that. You practice risk management, and you'll be in the game just as long as me. Oh Lord. There are tons of data incoming. I mean, it's just so much. So you should not be so impulsive to say, I got to take every move. You shouldn't. And they got oil stuff coming out tomorrow, too. Ah, trade the product. Don't be the product.
Industry said to seek a 5% float in Geo IPO to raise 6 billion US dollars. Again, that's for Reliance Industries. Said to seek a 5% float in its Geo units IPO to raise $6 billion.
See right there, 23,449. Just the way this is structured is pretty strong. There's something up under there too. If I was a market maker, where would I put the most pain at? Let's say we go in for the seasonality and go down a little bit. What would we have to do first? Take out everybody's stops. Get liquidity to sell. So your initial move isn't down. What? It's not down. Alright. So I don't trust the down moves, honestly, right now. Something like I would look for something that happened on the open, but I'd wait for the data to be done. I don't know about re-entering a trade right now, though. Not while I'm up. When we sing that Kenny Rogers song, you gotta know when to hold them, you gotta know when to fold them, you gotta know when to walk away, you gotta know when to run. Never count your money until the dealing's done. Sorry, it's not karaoke. Just trading. It's 11:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I see the lag in one of my streams. I am on all channels just for y'all. And no, it doesn't mean that I want to leave X, but I know everybody's got their own little spot, their own little corner. It's kind of like high school, you know. You had the jocks over here, you had the nerds over here, you had the cool kids over there. You know, nobody likes to leave their little place, you know. So, I'm streaming everywhere: Twitch, Rumble, Kick, YouTube, X, you name it. It's all free. Let's see. Take one of these. Probably stream for another hour or so. Maybe even into London. I don't know. I'm just not seeing any more trades right now. I'm not seeing a good re-enter, you know. Oh, let's look at CL. I like my CL. I like the way I talk. I like the way it talks. CL. Totally should have just stayed long, shouldn't we? We traded that Monday. Were we like, no, it's going to go way up there? No, not worried about all that. We already marked it off, didn't we? That was the spot we wanted to get out at. So why didn't we chase? What's the point in chasing? It's oil. It's going to do its thing. It's totally different than the other indices. It is a commodity. And somebody explained it real well in their stream about it being like inflationary and tied into it because that's true. That's extremely true. That's why you don't want to see it above $80 and $90. I'm not saying it couldn't do it, but you don't want to see that. Trust me, it's at a price where the countries that distribute that stuff they're okay. Let's see that gold. Didn't we look at gold for a second? You're still gapped up all high. Let's see. That's the other version of the gold future. Natty. Yeah, that's still gapped up too. Gap and runs. Let's see. Bitcoin. Nah, let's not go back to Bitcoin. All futures, really. Really? That is not what you think it is. Is that red-haired wheat? What? Okay, maybe I've never seen it before, but that just kind of popped up there. And then Kia. It's a Kia. Let's see. Do, 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 do. I don't know, man. Pullback is nothing. So if it does it, it does it. If not, just trade what's in front of you. My kids drank all the lemonade tonight. They're like, "You drank all the lemonade." It is 11:21. They better be glad it's summer though, and they can stay up late. Not too late though. See what it does again on 5. Literally where I just got out at. Think you're gonna run it up after y'all know I got out, huh? Let's see what they do. Let's go to ES2. Nah, I just marked this. I had to go in with a little zoom in to see little insufficiencies in here. Coming out of your discounts into your premium. Your premium's above this though. Well above that. But I think we're just waiting on time. So I want to trade the reaction in the morning. Alright, I'm going to cut my stream a little short tonight. I do appreciate everybody joining in, but we have a lot to do next 3 days. So a lot more trading to come. I appreciate everyone. Stop by any of the channels. Say hi, drop an emoji, and we are done for tonight. Good night.